With that being said, guys, welcome back to What You Take, the show where we talk about just about anything we can possibly think of and bring you guys along for our unfiltered and unapologetic opinions. As always, you're going to have myself here, Steve, my brother Chris.
I have thoughts about things.
And Sexy Spence.
I don't have many thoughts. I'm just here.
I mean, that's all about
I mean, that's all I got. Sorry.
I don't really.
I'm here for quippy remarks.
That you are the quippy remark guy.
That's
you really
what I'm here
are.
For.
Spencer's a master of timing.
That's true.
Except for showing
delivery.
up on time.
Yeah, that's...
I arrive precisely when I mean to.
Fuck off. Today, guys, we are going
that
to...
makes you a dick.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're not a wizard. You're just a dick.
I'm just a dick.
No, that even makes Gandalf a dick.
No
Oh,
one...
yeah, no, that's fine.
I show up when I want, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Like,
I don't think anyone's going to argue that.
yeah.
Today we're going to talk about a trailer that we just watched that is a franchise that is one of my absolute favorites, and we're just going to talk about it a little bit. Chris, I'll apologize in advance because as you said during pre-record, you really haven't watched as much of this as you probably should.
No, I haven't watched much of the John Wick series, but I appreciate good film.
That's fair. We had a recent trailer that got dropped for the Ballerina, and I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm really fucking stoked about this. So, I'm sorry, again, Chris, I'm sorry, I'm going to mainly talk to Spencer on this one. What were your
You
fucking
get to
thoughts?
do the quips.
Quip.
But no, I
Insert
thought
quip.
it looked amazing. I felt like they felt. I guess in my opinion, like I always thought they felt the style's the same, the gun use is the same, the
Yeah.
fighting's the same, and I'm not saying that in a bad sense by any means. Because how do you fix perfect?
Well, yeah, they did such
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, well, and even it is interesting seeing the ballerina school and the sort of combat training that while we knew John was pretty badass, we didn't get to see a whole lot of like my horrid past. It was like,
right.
no, you went to school. And there's a place where people teach you how to fucking murder like this. And also seeing ingenuity on her part, because they even said in there, like, you will always be smaller, you will always be weaker. Seeing her use things like the fire hose in the trailer, it's like...
I mean, fuck that. When she was when she was sparring, like you're gonna like,
kick him in the nuts.
Kick him in the nuts.
Oh, I love it.
The chick,
Cheat.
cheat, and she already kicked the guy in the nuts once.
Did she stomp on him?
Yeah, she backwards stomped him straight in the fucking crotch.
Yeah.
And it's like win.
Some guys pay for that.
This is basically like Black Widow training.
Yeah.
Is
Oh, yeah.
what the Roscoe Roma is. But what's really interesting is it looks like this may take place in between the timelines of John Wick Chapter 3 and Chapter 4.
Right.
Because you saw those characters that were there. We had a little tease of John Wick in there. But I agree. The gunplay is the same. The Continental is there. I think and I hope that they learned from their mistakes of making the TV show The Continental, because
I didn't even watch that. I heard it was
fucking garbage.
Oh, dude, that's so depressing because I was hoping it would fill in a lot of questions you have that don't get addressed in the movies.
Yeah.
But, because, like, dude, you have a secret society that just is in broad daylight, essentially, but yet...
You need to explain some shit to me.
Right! Like, I want to learn backstories. I want to learn about, like, the different chapters or, like, the different...
How are you part of normal society at the same
Right.
time?
Why is everything a gold coin?
I wasn't even expecting so much that, because when it was marketed, this was the origin story of Winston, right? John's mentor. So the
Right.
Continental was already established, and I'm fine with that. I don't want to know everything per se, because I like seeing it in bits like
The
they
little
did.
elements of,
Yeah.
like...
But the way that they did it, it felt forced, because it takes place in the 70s, and they had everyone had their afros. Everyone they went too heavy in the 70s.
Like the 70s show.
Yeah, and I'm just like that. You lost things. You focused on things that I felt like didn't need to be focused on, and you pulled away from things that I feel like should have been focused on. And it was just a really sad way to see, because I love that character. Winston is fucking dope, man. And I'm just like, the way he exudes power, and the only thing he ever lifts is a fucking martini glass. It's amazing, and I feel like they did him dirty in that show. But you know why? Because fucking Mel Gibson was in it, and he did about as great in that show as he did Dragged Across Concrete.
You had to mention that. I hate that movie.
I will, before I turn it back over to you, I don't mean that to say that I hate Mel Gibson. I love Mel Gibson as an actor, and I think a lot of his projects are awesome. But those two projects, I couldn't stand.
Actually, I just watched Hacksaw Ridge the other day, and that was actually surprisingly well made, too. And it was directed by Mel Gibson.
Oh, I was like, I don't remember him being in that.
No, he wasn't in it, but yeah, he directed it. Dude's a good actor. Or not a good actor. Well, he's a good actor, too, but he's a really good director.
He's a great director. Absolutely.
He really is. But no, back to like the John Wick. I love the world they built. I love the choreography. I think one of the best features I read about actually was the fact there was this gun that was known for jamming. John Wick saw it jammed, and then he continuously checked it periodically well in a gunfight.
Yep.
So it wouldn't jam.
Yep.
And just to put little touches like that, like I'm no extreme gun expert or anything like that, but just if you are and you watch that and notice it, it's like one of those little fun things that you notice, or like how certain guns you'd handle certain ways because that's better than how you would normally versus the uniqueness in each gun and how he knows that is so...
There is one thing that I do know for a fact.
Oh, boy.
There's one thing I know for a fact. In The Walking Dead, Keanu Reeves will be fine. Zombie apocalypse?
Nah, he's fine.
He's
all
You just
fine.
have to walk behind him and
Don't
just let
even-
him do his thing.
Don't even gotta worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, one of the cooler scenes, still one of my favorite scenes, one of my favorite scenes was the stairs. You know which one I'm talking about. But, like, I'm talking that scene where he had that Dragonfire shotgun
yes.
and
The
the
dragon's
drone
breath.
going over. That was such...
That was a lot of
That
fun.
was so well done.
The thing that I appreciate about this franchise is the gunplay is both extremely realistic and unbelievable at the same time.
Right.
And what I mean by that is, like you said, the way he handles, the way he reloads, things like that, that is extremely gunplay accurate. Okay.
Right.
The things the way he is clearing rooms and the mass murders he's committing is definitely more on the fantasy side of things.
Right.
But they blended that.
They blurred the line very
They blurred
well.
that line so well. Where, like, yes, you can suspend your disbelief because it is a movie, but the way that they are having you suspend that disbelief has enough rooted in realism that it's like, I can respect this.
I could see it.
It's not Deadpool flipping a gun upside down, reloading
Yes.
it off of his
Right.
dick. Like, it's there is some it is based in realism.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for me, I see it as like, I could see how that would work.
Right.
Like, I could rationalize that.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's a bit of a fish story you got there, buddy, but like,
But it
I could see it.
it plays so well into the character because
Yeah.
John Wick is this walking urban myth of his world.
Baba Yaga.
So it's like it makes sense to have him do some tall tale things, right? Or like with the fucking pencil. Like,
I
if
was
it's
just going to say, he killed 3 men with a pencil.
It's just like
Fuck that. My favorite was he broke the guy's fucking neck on the book.
that was cool.
Oh, yeah. I still think one of the most brutal ones was when it was in the first movie, and he threw him on the counter and then just suplexed his freaking face.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, oh, that is brutal.
This
But-
one, the trailer for the Ballerina is already showing that same level of just no holds
I
barred.
liked her knife fighting.
Here's the knife fighting. I think is going to be big because she's smaller.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it's interesting.
The way she was going in for those like rabbit punches and shit.
I think
like-
it's going to be really interesting to see this done from a female's perspective in the sense of she is smaller. And I love that they address that. So she has to fight. She has to fight different. She has to fight smarter.
use the environment, lay
But then
traps.
when you see her in the club, which I love the John Wick world and their
I want to go to
neon-
these clubs.
Seriously.
Like,
let's-
Jesus.
Let's just fucking go.
One thing I don't want to see, I'll say right off the bat, I don't want to see them do the Black Widow siren maneuver with her.
Or where they jump up in the air and do the twists.
No, what I'm talking about is like, come with me, handsome, and then.
Oh, you don't
fucking-
want her to honeypot anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll get at least one of those. But I don't think she's gonna be posed as a damsel in distress very much.
I don't know. That trope always fucking irritates me. It's like,
If it works, it works.
I could see it working is what irritates me. But like,
You're telling me you wouldn't follow Scarlett Johansson to a closet? There's like a 50% chance she'll kill you, but like you wouldn't take it?
There's
Like-
50% chance that you have the best night of your
yeah,
life.
like, yeah,
too.
exactly.
it's a coin flip.
Yeah, it really is.
Joke's on you. You're gonna get both.
Yeah.
She'll do the nasty for you just so you feel good right before she offs you.
Right. No, I don't know. Another good thing I really like about the John Wick series too is like you also notice like in one of the scenes too where they first introduced that complete bulletproof armor. Mm-hmm. He was testing shots to see where weak points were in the armor, and you can actually see that in the choreography.
Yep.
Shot him in the chest, didn't do anything. Shot him in the leg, didn't do anything. Finally, he decided to go underneath the helmet, and then he did it.
Oh,
So you remember what I'm? Yeah.
Problem
so-
solving.
Right. Like you
Yeah.
see him figure things out as he maneuvers through like.
you're talking about the siege. when the SWAT guys came
Yes.
in. Yes. That was we need to just movie night that with you, Chris, because
we really need to, dude.
yes. Just yes.
Yeah.
But so hands down, I'm looking forward to the Ballerina. I will probably try and see this one in theaters.
Oh yeah.
It looks like whoever this main character is going to be took a trip to the Continental, and it seems like she's trying to get into the Continental because the Rosco Roma is different from the Continental. They are both secret assassin societies,
right?
But it seems like she is trying to go in from what she was doing into the Continental, like, proper. And we see her in that war room getting guns from Winston, so I'm looking forward to that, and I honestly hope if this does as well as the trailer looks, I want to see 2 or 3 more movies with her. Anyway, with that being said, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. If you have not seen the trailer for The Ballerina, please go check it out. Let us know your thoughts. Are you looking forward to it? And any other Wick facts and shit like that maybe we forgot. In the meantime, make sure that you do hit subscribe, hit that bell, give this video a like. Chris, what else do they got to do?
Share the show.
Share that fucking show. And until next time, guys, peace
out.